to develop a greater sense of consciousness as consumers. We need to have more emerging entrepreneurs, willing to give jobs to our people, willing to place their people in willing to place their businesses in our communities. And we need for our people to support these businesses. Our community has been plagued with the disease of jealousy, not wanting to see another's dream come to fruition, not wanting to support the African American business owner, all because we ourselves haven't established a business. When we haven't truly worked towards being a successful entrepreneur. There is something that I once thought about entrepreneurs, and that was the idea that entrepreneurs are born. And I've come to believe that they are created, the same way great people are created. We need more doctors, lawyers, teachers, activists, a fresh face of revolutionaries, even philosophers and historians, graduating from college to come back and display their love for their community, through their placing themselves in their own communities, or as close as possible. What good is your education if you take it elsewhere and forget about where you come from? It doesn't mean a thing if you're helping people because that's your job to do it. It doesn't mean a thing if you can get up and go to work on your scheduled days. But how about you go in when you're off the schedule? How about you extend the chance to your students to come to your room and hold discussions when you're not teaching? That's when you're doing something that's meaningful. That's when you're doing the right things. Not when you do the right things because you have to, but when you do the right things because you choose to. So if you get your education and don't try to be a bigger service to others, I personally would say that you're a disservice to yourself and to others. Our people need us. Us sitting in this room tonight, who was drawn to come to this event for whatever reason it was, we're the ones that our people need. People left. After there had been many Facebook notices of this event, after there had been many invites, only a few of us showed up. And out of those few, some left. But out of all of the invites, you were the ones who came. So I appreciate all of the leaders for coming. We need to be the messengers who go back to our people, informing them about what took place tonight, informing them about this speech right here. Our attitude can no longer be, if they didn't show, they won't know. For some of them, or for some of us, we don't know the struggle from going from unconscious to conscious. We don't know the struggle from going from a street life to a new life. And in all honesty, it's not our job to judge, but to love, assist, and lead to a positive place. Also, the basis of this conversation is to really redevelop the sense of Black pride, or African American pride, as I like to call it. Don't be fearful or be ashamed to take pride in yourself. Amen. Isn't it ironic that Black pride is always seen as prejudice, and every other pride is seen as courageous and brave?
Go ahead.
Excuse me. Don't let anyone make you think that having pride in self is prejudice. Get out, organize, be innovative in your efforts to try to redevelop this sense of togetherness and self-pride. Hold study groups and discussion groups where you talk about current events that affect us. Form your own organizations in your own clubs, fraternities, sororities, in your community, and in community colleges and technical colleges. I'd like to close by saying, remember whose job it is to teach you your history. Remember and value the worth of not only formal, but informal education. Remember where we started, and remain conscious of where we are, and always remain conscious of where we need to go. But most of all, be conscious that us, me, my generation, we are the ones controlling the wheel of this vehicle. We are the ones that determine the outcome of our generation and the influence that we have on the kids that come after us.
That's right.
Make no mistake that we will leave a legacy. Let's just make sure that it's a great one. Peace.